Hello, welcome. This is Tim's Maniac Sports, and I'm your host, Maniac Tim. Just wanted to come on for a little while and just kind of say a few things. Okay, I'll tell you, my confidence level in this team has really became lacking after this last game. Uh, but am I giving up? No, I'm not. I'm not giving up on the Lions. But I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that the Lions have not been able to go ahead and it's have not been able to master the defense. Uh, Looking at a few factors, and now it's going to be harder with C.J. Gardner Johnson out. And it's even going to be harder with the running backs that we got. I don't know if Knight is the right person for the job. You know, uh, I really was expecting, you know, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes got Jameer Gibbs for a reason. I think now we got to start seeing what Gibbs can do. We need to see if, why they brought him in. Hey, hello, Jeremy B. How's it going? How's it going? Okay, let me kind of, if you're more than welcome to join. I'll copy the link if you want to hop on. So you're more than welcome to come on. Um, yeah, you're right. That's definitely a good saying there. Our defense is really lacking. It is. I mean, it's. Do you think it's more the players, or do you think it's more Aaron Glenn? You know, and it's Aaron Glenn's job to go ahead and have the right scheme and the right uh, have the players up. I know you can only do so much, but you know, I and here it is once again. We're facing injuries, the injury bug. You know, uh, I just I just don't know what's going on here. I don't really know how to fix it. I don't, you know, I I do think that Aaron Glenn needs to make some changes. He needs to in a scheme. I mean, this have we seen the best of him? I mean, we're ranked like 28th defense overall. And this was when we had C.J. Gardner Johnson. I put a link in the chat. Oh, but you're on Facebook. Okay, I'll okay, let me go ahead and send you a link on Facebook. Oh, no. Uh, just one second. I'm trying to find you in my. Okay, there you go. All right, now I can send you the link. All right, there we go. Okay, I sent it. All right. We will add.
Timmy!
Hey, how's that going?
This defense just released the maniac in me.
Exactly. And
Oh,
not in a good way.
no, and I want to give you some stats to open up your eyes as to how bad it's been. The pass rush through the first 2 weeks, one sack, 30th in the NFL. Do you know who the other teams are with one sack?
Uh, Probably the, like, uh, maybe
They're both
one
0
with
and 2.
Minnesota.
Minnesota and Bears.
Oh, wow. Wow.
10th, 10th in the league in pressure percentage.
Hmm.
So that's 26th in the league. 1.1% hurry percentage, 28th in the league. And our blitz rate, which is sending five or more, correct?
Yeah.
5.7%. Do you want to know
I
how bad this is? Matt Patricia's defense
was
was
bad.
10.7
Oh, God.
for blitz rate, and he didn't blitz.
No.
That's through 2 weeks. And if you look at the stats overall, it's horrific.
Mm.
2021, we gave up 374.8 yards per game between the ground and passing
Hmm.
combined. In 2022, with better players, I could care less about the scheme or anything else. It was 392.4. We're still giving up more than 2021 right now at 384.5 per game.
And
And,
that's
and
just,
and it's not because of the rushing game. They're not beating us on the ground. They're only getting 86 yards a game. It's passing.
oh, yeah. This
So
is,
we sat there and we talked all off season. Man, with all the pieces we got, the exotic blitz packages he can come up with, he hasn't done it.
nope.
And I also said the only thing I worry about is we got rid of Todd Wash.
Hmm.
Evidently, he hired a yes man. And I think he hired him because he knew Todd Wash, if our defense sucked, was probably his successor to be moved up to defensive coordinator. I,
Well,
I, that's just my feeling. I
mhm.
think we're going to have a Scooby Doo reveal when he's fired. He's going to pull off the mask and it's Matt Patricia underneath there.
That's a good one. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's horrible. I
Mhm.
can't stand it. Where's Grandizer at? He's usually in here.
Right. Yeah. He probably, I mean, there's somebody watching, but I don't know. See where they're watching from. Oh, there. Yeah.
But did you know that it was that bad pressure wise?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. This is,
It's horrific.
hmm.
It gives me 2020 chills all over again.
Hmm. And this is supposed to be our year, and you can't, I mean,
You can't do that.
yeah,
Hutchinson is the only one having success with pressure.
right,
And if nobody else is having success, he can't get sacks because all they
right,
got to do is chip him, double him, or triple him, and he won't get there.
right.
He's got that weird spin move that he does now, and I almost think he gets dizzy when he gets past the tackle when he does it.
Yeah, you get disoriented, you're not gonna, yeah, that's,
I'm I wrote a nice long article. It should be posted anytime soon to the website, and I'll share it with you. I'll send it to you directly.
okay,
Um,
cool.
Also, this week it was not just horrific for the Lions. There was
Hmm.
23 major players that are questionable or out this week,
Oh,
not
yeah, I think,
including Aaron Rodgers, not including the ones that were put on IR. I'm talking, Nick Chubb. That
hmm,
was one of the most horrific things I've seen since Joe Theismann,
right, wow.
and it looked dirty to me.
Hmm.
In real time, it looked dirty. In slow mo, it doesn't.
Hmm.
But in real time, when I watched it, when it happened, it looked dirty.
Wow.
Because
Yeah, that's.
I'm just a student of the game. I watch all this stuff. I study the defense. You've talked to me about advanced defensive statistics before, and I've given some good ones for the Lions, but I
Hmm.
think this is the worst I've ever had to give you.
Yeah.
But
And
overall, PFF after 2 weeks, Derek Barnes is the fifth best linebacker in the league,
wow.
according to PFF. And now PFF, yes, it's a skewed
Mhm.
metric, but it's a pretty good metric on who's decent and who's not.
Right. Yeah, it is.
So we've got the fifth best linebacker in the league and a 1-1 record and can't get pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. Aaron Gunn got. He needs.
Jeff Risdon said it best. He posted today, this morning.
Hmm.
It's getting perilously close. Time for Campbell to make another tough but necessary decision. This time on his defensive coordinator and longtime colleague Aaron Glenn.
Hmm. Yeah, I did. I did see that. Granddad 12 did send me something on that too. Yeah. So it's.
And you know what's horrific about this? As good as our D line is supposed to have been, our
Hmm.
only sack was Anzalone, a guy that is not a pass rusher at all.
No.
I mean, he
Right.
got 2 sacks last year by luck.
Hmm. Right.
This was a lucky one too. If it looked like somebody that was horrible at playing Madden on the PlayStation grabbed the controllers and controlled Gino to run him back and forth back there because he couldn't get free.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's a good thing.
You know what I'm talking about? It. We've
Yeah.
seen the video
Mm,
games where that happens, and they
yeah.
go, "Look at this idiot."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Hmm.
I'm. If you'd have told me that Hutch would have 12 pressures, 1 pass defended, and 0 sacks, I'd have told you were lying after 2 games.
Hmm.
He's leading the.
Yeah.
Actually, it's 13 pressures. He's leading the league in pressures. Jalen Carter's
Hmm.
third, but all of his pressures came in the first game. He was shut down by Minnesota,
Right.
and Minnesota doesn't have that good of an O line.
No.
So the jury's still out if Jalen Carter is going to be that good. I think he can beat up on bad O lines, but he's the third D tackle on that roster. Fletcher Cox is still there.
Right.
That's their DT1, and DT2 is Davis, the Jordan Davis. Yeah, that's it.
So how are we going to fix this?
Um, there is a team in college that has almost no offense other than maybe the occasional good tight end or running back every now and then, who has a
Right.
great defensive coordinator that wins games for him in the Big Ten. Phil Parker.
Okay.
I would love to see him become the defensive coordinator. Familiar with Jack Campbell?
Okay. Okay. So what we need to
I
do,
like him.
we need to get campaigning.
I've been campaigning.
Yeah. We need to figure out a way to get a bunch of signs at Ford Field that go ahead and say fire Glenn and get that guy.
We either got to say fire Aaron Patricia or fire Matt Glenn. That's what needs
Exactly.
to be put up all over the place.
Hmm.
Hopefully, I find out tomorrow if I get press credentials or not to be at the games.
Hey, I hope you get them.
Yeah, me too.
I really do.
The press. It's kind of like being a VIP. You got your own
Mm.
little box. They got free food. They got free drinks. I get free
Yeah,
access. I get free parking.
I went to, when I was in Texas, I
It,
went to Dallas. I paid to get the tour and all this other stuff, and I was in that press box, and they told me all that stuff, and it's
and
like
you're like, really?
I'm like, damn.
Well, um, one of my good friends from Sideline Sports,
Hmm.
he actually has his own sports channel on Roku,
Hmm.
and because it's considered a TV channel and not a streaming channel,
Right.
They gave him press credentials. Well, he doesn't cover the Lions.
Okay.
So he's going to go to like the big national ones. So that
Mhm.
means like I wouldn't be able to go to Monday Night Football. I wouldn't be able to go to Thanksgiving. But the
Right.
rest of the games that are home can be mine.
Awesome.
So that's about five,
Awesome.
6 games left in the season, including week 18. And there is still time to turn around. Let's
Yeah.
not let's not say the wheels have fell off. It's
Right.
we're 1-1 at week 2.
Yeah.
We're at the same point we were at last year, just we reversed the week we won.
Mm-hmm.
And we reversed the quality of opponent we won against. The
Yep.
bad part is the Rams with other than Aaron Donald, a no-name defense,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't stress this enough,
You're right.
made the Seattle Seahawks look horrible, and Geno looked like Geno of New York Jets fame.
Right.
And then we come here with no pressure. Jerry Jacobs looking like he's doing an imitation of a blindfolded
And they
Eli
look.
Apple,
I mean,
and
they come to us.
and
Yeah.
he looks like Pat Mahomes. That is the
Yeah.
analogy that I saw on the field. He looked
Mm-hmm.
like Pat Mahomes. Pat
Yeah.
Mahomes looked like Geno Smith compared to Geno Smith last week
Mm-hmm. Right.
when we played him. And I don't get it. We made an adjustment, and he refused to adjust out of that base defense. We stayed in that base defense the entire game, and every time it was third and long, it looked like a Joe
Mm-hmm.
Barry ran defense. The corners were sitting 10 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Right.
No press man coverage, none of that. I hate that soft prevent zone. It never works. It never
No.
worked with Patricia. It's the prevent yourself from winning defense. Isn't that what Jim called it?
Yeah. And I mean, every time I mean, even going way, way back, anytime you use that prevent defense, it just,
Especially on
yeah,
third down.
yeah,
Especially on third downs.
right. Yeah, because it just gives them too much room to get that first down.
And Geno Smith had an average of 4 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, that's way too long.
You're asking a secondary that's all new together, gelling in a new system, to cover people for 4 seconds. And we've said this before. You could be Jalen Ramsey. You're not covering somebody for four
Right,
seconds.
exactly.
I mean, unless the ball is already in the air and you're with them, that's different.
Yeah,
Because then you're only worried about that one spot. You're not worried about your section of the field.
yep. I mean, yeah, it's just, it's,
And everybody says, oh, but the 2 turnovers. I said, yeah, that was 14 points. We scored 31 on offense.
mm-hmm,
They scored 28 on offense, which means
mm-hmm,
our offense was better than theirs.
right.
But when you didn't play good field positional football, and you know where I'm going with this,
Mm-hmm,
we were at the very limit where we've seen Patterson make field goals for the Lions and Jaguars before.
right.
Accurately. I'm not talking where they were whiffy or anything like that. He's made them accurately from there. We chose to go for it on fourth down and fail. They
Mm-hmm,
turned around. They turned that into a touchdown. So
yep.
take away the 3 points the field goal could have been, plus the 7 they got. That's a 10-point swing.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
I don't care what anybody says because if we kick the field goal, they're starting at the 25
Mm-hmm, right.
unless they have one hell of a return, and then they earned it.
Mm-hmm,
That's all I'm saying. Make them earn it. And then the one we were on the other side of the 50 that we went for and failed, they turned that into a field goal. So that's 13 points by
mm-hmm,
special teams play calling that was wrong.
yep. And he's gotten predictable on that too.
Yeah, they knew he was going to go
Mm-hmm,
for it. They didn't even move the defense off the field.
right. Yeah.
I mean, even if he'd have faked that he was putting the punt team out there, they'd have had to call a timeout because the people were staying on the field too long.
Mm-hmm,
This is, you know, let's do some positional football for a change. He did it in the preseason. I was like, holy shit. He took
right.
a delay a game, moved back 5 yards, and let box spin somebody deep. I hope this carries on through the season, is all I said. In the
Yeah.
very first game, I mean, granted, it worked,
Mm-hmm.
but we're on the 18, 4th and 2, and he goes for it.
Yeah.
When they lined up, I'm like, oh my god, I can't watch.
I know what you mean. It's like you're a genius if you make it, but if you it's
I mean,
I remember saying that when I was
when you have a super aggressive coach, you
mhm,
know what you have to have? You truly do have to have a genius of a defensive coordinator.
mm,
And I think he's reading from Football for Idiots like Henry Winkler did in what was that movie, Waterboy?
yeah.
I think Aaron Glenn's reading from that book
Yeah.
and holding it upside down just like he did. Hey coach, you got that wrong.
Well, Aaron Glenn said he wanted to be the best defensive coordinator the Lions ever had. Yeah, he's not. He's not making that. He's not.
He has to bend over, grab his ears, and make a loud popping noise when he pulls. He needs to pull his head out of his ass.
Yes, he
I
does.
don't know. I don't know how else to say it.
Right.
It even with the injuries we got, we are still a better defense than we were last year.
Yep.
I don't like the fact that Bugs and Martin, our biggest space eaters other than Aleem McNeil, have been
Hmm.
healthy scratches and riding the pine each week.
Right.
Jerry Jacobs has not done good in coverage versus KC or Seattle, and Stephen Gilmore has been a healthy scratch each week.
Right.
Why aren't those guys playing? They proved in the preseason they deserve to play.
It's you
That's
wonder.
that we traded up for Martin, which means in the third round you expected him to be a contributing
Hmm.
factor to this defense. Your third rounders, not always your starters, but they're at least a contributor.
Right.
Why isn't he contributing? But he's not contributing by being on the pine and practicing. He's not doing game contribution. So he's getting a paycheck for nothing right now.
Hmm.
And we released Chris Smith off the practice squad, the big D tackle out of Notre Dame today.
Damn.
The good news is we did sign up that Zonovan Bam right.
Hmm.
He's on the active roster because Montgomery's going to be out 2 to 4 games. And I tried to explain to somebody, oh, it's just a thigh bruise. I said, no, it's a thigh bone bruise.
Hmm.
It's a, it's a, you know, if you press in on your leg hard enough and hit your
Right.
bone, just that hurts.
Yep.
So imagine if you had a bone bruise on it. What would it feel like? A broken leg.
Hmm.
And everybody says, well, he got that when he hit the ground. I said, no, watch the play again. That defender hit him square with the shoulder pad right dead center on the thigh. And he still had the presence of mind with that
Hmm.
adrenaline running to fight for that other 4 yards by leaning and stretching to get the first down. That is the
Hmm.
type of competitor that David Montgomery is. And the biggest difference between David Montgomery coming back from an injury is his production doesn't drop like
Right.
Swift's did. My thing is, if they keep trying to run Gibbs through the middle of that line like they've been doing, they're going to get him killed.
Yeah.
He's not as big as Montgomery. I mean,
Yep.
Montgomery's not a huge guy, but he's almost my weight at his
Hmm.
height. Isn't he like a 5'11 and a half and 225 pounds?
Yeah.
Gibbs is 6 foot and like 211 or 5'11 and 211. No, no, don't run him through the middle. Get him in
Mhm.
space. When we
Yep.
did those outside zone runs versus Kansas City, he was electric.
Right.
Get him doing that. The inside zone doesn't work with a guy that's not a bruiser. Like
Exactly.
that Bam McKnight in the
Hmm.
few games he's played, he's a little bowling ball with legs. He's straight line. He's not super fast, but he's not slow, but he breaks tackles in a straight line. That's what we needed David Montgomery and Jamal Williams to be the last 2 years, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Craig Reynolds, that experiment should be done. I canceled my subscription to Netflix in the off season.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't look
He.
good this preseason. I don't know how he kept his job. He had one good run for a touchdown, but it was only 7 yards out. With this O line creating 4 yards of space,
Hmm.
you should get a touchdown from 7 yards. I might
Right.
get a touchdown from 7 yards.
Okay. So not only will you have press press credentials, you might have shoulder pads. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm implying that put me in shoulder pads, I could do a 7-yard run and hold on to the ball. Now,
Right.
granted, I might be crippled after I get hit, but I won't drop the ball.
Right.
I just,
Yeah.
um, have you been watching much college football lately?
No, I haven't.
There's quite a few good-looking
Mhm.
quarterbacks out there. One of them being Prime Sanders' son.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, that Shador
Oh.
Sanders is electric to watch. He can
Hmm.
run, he can throw.
He
It's a
had like
damn
five.
shame what happened. Yeah, 5 touchdowns in that comeback to beat Colorado State the
Hmm.
other night.
Yep.
I safe bet. Take Colorado to cover the 21 points that they're being given.
Hmm.
I don't think it's going to be that far apart. As a matter of fact, I give them an outside shot to win by 4 against Oregon.
Wow.
Bo Nix is a great quarterback. They better learn how to play defense, though.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's going to be they'll win by 4 or maybe 2 touchdowns, but they're not winning by 21. Shador Sanders don't like to play from behind.
Nope.
He does not. He hates it. You can see him, and he
Yeah.
stresses himself. When
Hmm.
he calmed down after he got done stressing for that quarter that he was behind,
Right.
he was fine.
Hmm.
And it took his dad, hey, coach, not being dad, coach, you
Yep.
got this. You've done this before. Stop it. You're panicking. You know. What was that movie, The Replacements? What was it Keanu Reeves said when things go wrong in the game? Quicksand. Seems like no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you can't get out of it, and you just keep getting in a deeper hole.
we seen.
That's what we're seeing with the defense.
Yep. And we have seen that over the years in every aspect. As far as for we, the Lions need to get out of that.
And kudos to Goff.
Hmm.
384 consecutive pass attempts
Hmm.
without an interception.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a pick six, and yes, it was poor timing, but that wasn't the reason we lost.
No. No, it wasn't.
Am I going to blame the refs? No. Does it look bad? Yes. I still am going to preach that the refs need to be full-time employees and held at
Hmm.
a higher standard with the correctable correct call rate like they do in the NBA of 85%. Anything less than
Hmm.
that, you're going to get suspended or docked a paycheck. I'm good if they do it that way. Because guess what? They'll be like, hey, you know, I'm making 50K a year to do this. Maybe I should just take time to study my craft. Because right now, they don't make that. They get a game
No.
check of like either 500 or $1,500 for the head judge. That's what they pay them each.
Wow.
So they
That's
only
yeah.
make
That's.
like 10, 15,000 a
Mhm.
year doing the games between preseason and all. That's for the head guy.
Damn. Yeah. That's way. That's
There's
way
bigger
too.
checks for it in the playoffs. I'm just talking from
Hmm.
preseason to regular end of the regular season. That's all they're making. And the best 4 crews, they get to do the playoffs.
Hmm.
Or the best 6 in the first week, then it's 4, then it's 2, then 1. I just I don't like where it's going. It's looking bad. Like I said in 2019, remember I told
Hmm.
you and Jim I stopped watching football?
Hmm.
You know why. The Phantom hands the face. The game against Kansas City with the Phantom. Oh, this is a late hit on a quarterback because
Yeah.
Tracy Walker got shoved by Eric Fisher and he flung back and grazed the front of his jersey, and
Yeah.
that extended that play to a touchdown. You know, it's just stupid stuff like that that made me go berserk. So what I did do is I recorded the last 2 minutes of every game every week.
Hmm.
Out of 276 games in 2019, there was 162 that had game-changing calls in the last 4 minutes of a game,
Wow. And
or non-calls.
hmm.
And I added them all, and
Yeah.
whether it was bad, a non-call, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2/3 of the games were affected by refs.
And that's way too much.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
if it was 30%
Mhm.
across the league, that's gold. I mean,
Right.
66% of your games are called right at the end of the game. But when 66% are called wrong, that's an issue.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I still every now and then bombard Goodell with some emails.
Mm-hmm.
Whether he gets them or not, I don't know. I haven't been put in jail, so I haven't said anything as bad as John Gruden in an email. I didn't call him gay
Yeah.
because that's what Gruden got in trouble for, really. If all those emails that Dan Snyder had, and he
Mhm.
picks out the 11,000 from John Gruden, and he finds three. One where he made a semi-racist comment. He didn't say anything about color or any people. He named a
Mhm.
couple people.
Okay. Lame-o.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
He's laughing my ass at what I said. Yes, I do. About every 2 weeks, I send Goodell an email saying, "When are you going to fix the ref situation in the NFL?" And I give out like 5 or 6 calls from different games than just Detroit.
What
I
I think, what I want to do is have everybody have a card, and on it, whenever the darn refs go ahead and make one of these idiot calls, these game or no calls, respect. Just go ahead and instead of saying refs you suck and all this other, say respect because we deserve respect.
hmm I mean, I'm just sick of it. Whether it's the non-PI that was called that got the Rams to the Super Bowl,
Right.
that was still wrong.
Yeah.
The picked up flag, and then they said there's no flag for pass interference. If they'd have never said the words, if they'd have
hmm
just said there's no flag on the play, that
Right.
means they made a decision.
hmm
But to
Yeah.
actually come out, and that was the very first time I ever heard in the NFL, and now it's said all the time
Yeah.
because of that. That set the
hmm
standard that they could say that,
Yeah.
which they're telling the fans and the team that the call didn't go for. Hey, we don't like you. You're not
Right.
winning this game.
And how they went ahead that one year, when it was so apparent and the cry for as far as for pass interference, and they went ahead and that one year they made it where you could challenge it.
It was overturned twice out of 75
Right.
attempts at redoing it.
Yep. And then that next year they kind of quietly took it away.
Oh, they didn't quietly took it away. I knew right away.
Yeah.
I was like, well, they can't review that anymore.
hmm
Um, I think they need to go to what the XFL, the USFL, and
Exactly.
college is doing and have a sky judge up there
hmm
and get the call right.
Yeah.
And are they 100% all the time? No, but it makes it 90% right. I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Yeah. And there's a camera that's back there, and they're explaining to everybody why they made that decision.
hmm
I mean, that's one thing that
It
I
only
was.
takes 30
Yeah.
seconds to play.
hmm
30 seconds of play. And there's maybe three, maybe four bad calls in a game. If
Right.
it fixes the bad calls, the non calls, it's never going to fix.
Right.
But the
Right.
bad calls, if you're just able to fix the bad calls,
hmm
that's going to improve the game alone. In
Yeah.
30 seconds, ooh, it's an extra commercial timeout.
Exactly. I mean that's
That's more sponsorship money they can
mhm,
get.
true.
I mean, it's all shared revenue, anyways.
hmm
And that's why, everybody gets mad that, well, they make all the ticket sales. No, ticket sales are split evenly.
Mm-hmm.
If your team charges less, you still get the same cut as the team that charges more.
Right.
The profit margin does not change. If you own whatever it is that's split between 32 teams after all the NFLPA and the NFL Shield representatives in the offices get their cut, it gets split to the teams. But each one of them is getting a minimum of $1 billion every year.
Yeah.
That's why teams sell for $6 billion, because they
Mm-hmm.
know if you own it for 10 years, you're set for life.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh wow.
Just little tidbits off the top of my
Mm-hmm.
head I've been thinking about.
Man.
And you heard why we didn't get mad about Jawan Taylor lining up the way he did, right? Why they didn't say anything to the refs?
Why?
He was tipping the play.
Okay.
He only lined up like that on passing downs.
Yep. Okay. Oh,
So
so we
so
were
they
rather.
adjusted, and he said,
Mm-hmm.
"Fine, we're just going to rush 4 and drop everybody in coverage and
Mm-hmm.
stop everything." Luckily, because they didn't stop anybody and the balls were getting to
Mm-hmm.
the receivers, that they all contracted that Wuhan cold that they couldn't catch
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Yep. So so basically they became predictable.
Right. They
Yeah.
became predictable on
Mm-hmm.
offense.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's leg was shaking so bad before every passing play, you thought he had an epileptic seizure in that right leg.
Wow. That,
And lo and behold, he got called for the illegal formation twice. He
yeah.
got called for holding twice
Mm-hmm.
last week in his game for the Chiefs.
Wow.
Wow, they actually figured it out, but they can't figure out holding in the rest of the games. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. They.
And somebody said, "How do you know that's a hold?" I said, "Well, when the guy grabs the guy near his arm and the sleeve rolls up over
Mm-hmm.
the shoulder pad and it's still in his hand, that's usually a hold.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you keep your hands inside the shoulders, out near the chest, you're
Right.
not holding them, even if you grab their jersey. That's not considered a hold.
Mm-hmm.
But you get out here, anywhere,
Oh
outside the
yeah.
arm, outside the chest area, that's a hold.
It is. It is.
And the offsetting penalty on the DK Metcalf pass that wouldn't have been a touchdown anyways.
Right.
You're absolutely right, Jimmy Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
That bastard goes offsides every play.
Yeah. Man. Okay.
Thankfully, the refs were on to 74's bullshit against the Jags.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? You know, that was when I said, this is not same old Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're able to overcome bad calls, no calls, and everything else in a game and
Right.
still win, whether it's 1 point or not,
Mm-hmm.
that's a great overcoming win.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. When you can go ahead and
Okay, bring up the emojis because I'm gonna have to put my
okay,
glasses on so I can see what all they are.
okay. Well, that's the lines up.
Lions up and the Bears still stuck. Okay, I like
Okay. Right.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, to all the Chicago fans out there, if you're watching, I want to know if the technology that said that told you guys Justin Fields would have an MVP season, is it stuck in the loading screen of death like bad Windows copies do? You know what I'm
Hey,
talking about. It's just sitting there in the circle going,
right. Yeah. That little beach ball. Yeah. That goes.
yep. Just loads and loads and loads.
Hey, how's it going?
Facebook user. I might have
Yeah.
to go on the phone just to see who it is.
Kansas City.
I'd yell that loud too if my team had won 2 rings since the fucking Beatles came to America. And Facebook user says to all the Bears fans watching, I mean it, you suck. Hey,
Oh man.
hey, all I know is that if you
Yeah.
added 100 to Justin Fields' QBR right now, it would still be a 123, which is a great quarterback rating, but he only
Mhm.
has a 23.
Oh man.
He- yeah, everybody says, but he's thrown 2 touchdowns this year. Yeah, he threw two to the other team too. So he's got a great record right now. He's dead even on throwing touchdowns to each team. He's an equal opportunity employer.
Yeah, there's no discrimination there. He just goes ahead and
Oh, so Eberflus was trying to turn him
yeah.
into a pocket quarterback, was trying to
Mhm.
teach him how to read a defense. And he he did an interview, and I can't believe he actually said this. He goes, I just think the game's too fast for me, and I can't think fast enough, so I just one read or run. He actually said this.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The prosecution rests. You really, really, absolutely suck. So last year I called him Bustin' Fields because of the O line.
Hmm.
This year he's just Bustin' Fields because he's a bust.
Oh
And
boy.
kudos to CJ Stroud for proving me right. I said CJ Stroud will be 10 times the quarterback in the NFL that Justin Fields is. Even though
Yeah.
they lost both games, he already has a 300-yard passing game underneath his belt. Fields has yet to have one.
Right.
In 2 years, he's going to need a pocket pussy because nobody's going to want that washed up loser.
Oh man.
And what the hell is an Everflus? I have no clue. I've called him Everloose
Oh God.
because ever since he's got there, the Chicago Bears are losing. I mean, at least he's
Oh,
better than the Matt Nagy Tecmo Bowl
right.
football playbook that they had. Yep, yeah, I've said Jimmy Anderson. You're absolutely right. He's the best running back with almost an arm. I said here it goes in my hierarchy of running quarterbacks. You had Steve Young.
Hmm.
Before him, you had Randall Cunningham.
Right.
Those were running quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Vince Young, a
Hmm.
little more mobile, less quarterback, but still decent.
Right.
Michael Vick, great runner,
Hmm.
okay quarterback. He wasn't
Yeah.
great, he was just okay.
Hmm.
Then you got the Wish version of Michael Vick, which is Lamar Jackson.
Right.
And then you got the Timu version of Lamar Jackson, which is Justin Fields. And somewhere below them is Kyler Murray. Yeah, I absolutely.
Yeah.
Michael Vick was amazing. I'm not taking anything from him. He was one of the best runners that
Hmm.
actually his decision making.
Hmm.
Yeah, just keep him away from dogs. You got it, Jimmy Anderson. I
Oh boy.
but I will say Jared Goff doesn't get hit very often when the starting O line is in. How many times did
Hmm.
Kansas City hit him? Once, and it was the tight end that let off the block, right, Brock
Right.
Wright. But he didn't get a sack.
No.
He hit him,
Yeah.
and he was sacked twice last week by Matt Nelson's turnstile that he is. He reminds me of a subway turnstile. Everybody gets a turn at Goff, and then there,
Oh
Craig Reynolds couldn't hold him.
no.
Yeah,
No. It didn't.
exactly, Jimmy. If he could have ran from the cops as fast as those linebackers or those paternity suits as around Mexico. That's why
Oh.
he's still trying to get back into broadcasting. Is he has child support to pay for a
Oh wow.
long time for a lot of kids.
You play, you gotta pay.
Hey, I admit it.
Yeah.
When I was his
Hmm.
age, I poked him for fun, and a couple took me serious.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Ron Mexico stories about how there was 50 fraternity suits across
Oh,
the United States? Oh my God. I was like, who's Ron Mexico? And then they showed the picture. I was like, that's Michael Vick.
oh man. Yeah, he does need to get back into broadcasting just to pay the child support. That's for sure.
Hmm. He might even still have some parole fines. Uh, did I go there too soon?
Oh God.
So my prediction is let's see, the Bills play Vegas this weekend, right?
Hmm.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get hit so many times that we may see the first owner player on the field in Tom Brady.
Oh boy. More like 2,000. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, and is that Dominique Rogers Cromani, right?
Hmm.
Got to get early later, guys. Go Lions. Yes, sir. I do predict that we'll win. I don't think it's going to be by a lot. They have a very good running game. Ritter is looking better than he did last
Hmm.
year,
Yeah.
and but Ritter has yet to win a game with the Falcons on the road. On the road, he seems to get the yips and do really bad decision making. So I'm hoping that trend continues.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's hope so. And I'm hoping we have the same record as the Falcons after this game.
Yeah, 2-1. That'd be
Yep.
perfect. Be
Yep.
perfect. And let's hope that the Aints go into Green Bay and smack the Packers around a little bit.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
And I'm a Broncos fan, and I am jealous of you Lions fans. Oh,
Oh, but
hey, dude, I don't pity.
oh,
I have pity for the Broncos fans. I am so sorry they couldn't
mhm.
get Aaron Rodgers and had to settle for Russell Wilson.
Oh boy.
Bunch of bullshit. I mean, I want to know if Sean Payton wrote Nathaniel Hackett an apology letter yet after what he said about how could you coach this team so badly? And then he saw Russ this preseason. He goes, "Oof." When sprints on the fucking airplane. You goddamn right. From front to back 20 times.
Oh. Oh man. Well, Pete Carroll knew when to get rid of Wilson. That's for sure.
No, not really, because they gave him that extension.
Hmm.
The Legion of Boom started to break up,
Yep.
and he kept him there and said, "Okay, Russ, we'll do it your way."
Hmm.
Drafted him wide receivers, built the O line up, and let him air it out.
And that didn't work.
Oh, that's great. But the only thing I was super upset about is that fake
Yeah.
with Goff where he gave Gibbs the ball and he got past the line and everything else.
Hmm.
And the guy like laid Goff out. And I love the fact
Yeah.
they love the fact they gave the guy the penalty for the late hit.
Right.
But while Goff is over there getting up, holding his ribs for a second, because I don't care
Hmm.
who it is, that's gonna hurt. You get hit like that by a
Oh
big
yeah.
250-pound man. He faked and taunted Goff like he was crying. That's supposed to be an automatic ejection on
Yeah.
that type of that's a double unsportsmanlike on the same
Hmm.
play. That's supposed to be you're out of here.
Yeah.
He didn't get ejected.
You're right. He should have got ejected. I mean,
That should have been 30 yards total in
yeah.
penalties,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it didn't happen. So you got to take that into account because we didn't get a scoring drive that play.
Right.
That extended the drive, but we still ended up that. As a matter of fact, I think that's the one where we should have kicked the field goal after the 15 yards, and we didn't, and we went for it.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, if we'd have got 30 yards, we'd have been going for a touchdowns.
Oh yeah, we would have.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've tried biting a few kneecaps. I broke some teeth. It's awful.
Yeah, they're
I
not as
was
chewy as they sound.
no, they're not chewy at all. They're awfully tough. A lot of gristle.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And the update on Chubb is, if anybody hasn't heard, he did not get the arterial damage. He didn't damage the nerve. But what did happen on top of all three ligaments that hold the knee together,
Mm-hmm.
the meniscus is completely torn away from the back of the kneecap.
Oh man.
So he has to have the three tendons repaired.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they're healed enough and the swelling goes down, they go back in to repair the meniscus. So that's okay. You guys got to check out a podcast. My buddies do too. I'm subbing to this now. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, hey Jimmy, I actually have a pretty decent podcast
Oh, you did?
myself. I write for the South Florida Tribune, which owns the Motor City Tribune. So I'm the Lions beat writer for them. And my show is actually called Kneecap Biting with the Detroit Lions. So look it up, check it out. I was naming it after me, but it wasn't getting enough pub and getting out there fast enough. And I changed it to the Detroit Lions like 2 months ago, and the subs started jumping.
Yeah, definitely check it out. It is a good podcast, and you guys are usually live on like Fridays, right?
Wednesday is my
Oh.
NFL show where I invite fans of other teams on with
Mm-hmm.
me, where we can talk about the latest news of the week, the injuries over the weekend, and we do the pick'ems. I
Mm-hmm.
like doing the pick'ems on Wednesday because guess what? Thursday night football didn't happen yet.
Right.
Yeah, I can put the name in the chat for you.
Even if you want to put a link, you can. Hear me?
Oh, it kind of does because it comes up with my name too.
Okay. All right.
Don't mind my old ass because I can't hardly see half the time.
Oh, I like it too.
Did you try it? Yeah, I tried. He says, "No worries, I'm drinking." Well, if I was on to like the Bears and the Vikings in this division, I'd be drinking too. How bad was the NFC North last week? And
Yeah.
the most disappointing loss, as much as we can say ours was a disappointing loss by losing by a
Uh-huh.
touchdown in overtime, if I was a fan of this team that wears waste management colors, I'd be really upset that my team was up 24-9 at the half and lost to the Falcons.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, I thought for sure Green Bay would freaking win that game. When they were up, 23-9, and then.
Yeah, you're up 24-9. You should win.
Mm-hmm.
And to lose 25-24. I was like, wow, that's awfully familiar. I remember Packers fans telling Lions fans, you can't win a game if you don't score in the second half, like in the wild card of
Mm-hmm.
2015.
Yep.
I said, now you guys feel that pain, don't you? I said, it isn't a good
Yeah.
feeling when your defense looks like it's getting hit with a hot knife through. Thank you, Jimmy. I'll subscribe to yours because I'm quite sure I'll get the notification.
Yep. And Jimmy, feel free to go ahead and put a link into.
Yeah, put your link in. I'll click
Yeah.
on it. But I'm going to go over to my YouTube and see the notifications now.
Oh yeah, and Jimmy, feel free to post things on my YouTube or my Facebook. Uh,
I have
Maniac
fun.
Sport.
I'm a live show, but use no filters. I believe in the First and Second Amendments religiously. You have the freedom of speech. You can
Mhm.
say what the you want.
Yeah, it's not a G-rated show.
No, I said it's for not for under 18 for a reason.
Mhm.
Beers and brats. Oh, beers and beds.
Okay.
Think I just got you.
And I'll definitely check you out too.
Yep, you heard the theme music in the background, right? Isn't that amazing? The technology now you can hear it across the country at the same time we do it.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. She would have never. Shoot, just think, back rotary phones and crap like that was in our days when we were growing up.
That's awesome.
Man.
So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a homer. I play Madden offline with the Lions and do all the
Mhm.
training shit you can and all that stuff. Oh, you guys do trivia and shit? And there was a while where I had trivia Tuesdays on my show. And if you ever want a Lions fan on, Jimmy, let me know what night you're on. I'll come
Yeah.
shoot the shit with you. I've been known to lay a parlay or two every now and then.
And don't the Lions play we play the Broncos this year too?
We do. They come to our house.
Hmm.
Welcome to the Ford Field of Pain. Did you hear me, Jimmy? Welcome to the Ford Field of Pain.
Yeah. And anybody's welcome on my channel too. I mean, it's just
Yeah. Oh, please. Come on, it's funny. It
yeah.
sounds good.
I mean, and sometimes I might growl.
Bring out those brown bags. Nah, we're going to keep the blue ski masks. They look a little prettier and they still don't show our face.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, Jimmy. And I'll definitely make sure it's up to you guys.
See, he liked that one.
Yeah.
Keep the blue ski mask and it still doesn't show our face. We're good.
Mhm.
We can be
Yeah.
anonymous. We can be there going, "Nah, nah, nah."
Oh man.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I still think that eventually AG is going to take that Scooby Doo mask off and it's going to be Matt Patricia. I swear
Oh
to
God.
God, his defense is just as bad, if not worse.
Then could you imagine if he did, and if he did it at Ford Field? Could you imagine all the fans going ahead and trying to chasing him down? I mean, here he is. Oh man, where is Matt Patricia now? Is he coaching anywhere now? Or
He is the assistant defensive coordinator for Philly. Is it no
yeah.
wonder why their defense looks bad?
Oh gosh, I can't believe. Oh man, he
As
was
soon as
a.
I, as soon as I heard that Fat Patricia was the assistant defensive,
Oh, fatty Matty Patty. Shoot.
on the podcast. No,
Yeah.
New England only kept him till Detroit stopped paying him his coaching salary, and they gave him like a penance of a salary while he was there. And as soon as it came time that they had to cover him for $1 million a year, they said, "Hey, you have a nice day. Bye." They released him. So he is.
And he was that damn he was an offensive coordinator.
Roll Roy.
Rap? Are you right? Oh gosh. You're gonna give me coffee now, guys.
I don't roar, but I do do the ree. That's Bill Belichick. Get it right.
Oh jeez. Think he's missing Tom Brady about now.
He's been missing Tom Brady ever since he left.
I know.
I mean, they made the playoffs with the rookie Mac Jones, but I did. Oh, like that's the coolest thing I ever heard. But anyways, Bill, when he drafted Mac Jones, I said as soon as he was drafted, I think I talked to you and Jim about this because that was before he passed away. I said, hey, Mac Jones probably has the best NFL caliber arm coming out of college this year. He'll be the most pro-ready quarterback. The problem is his ceiling is so low, he'll have to duck coming into the rest of his career.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, jeez.
The link is at the top of the chat that you're in. If you scroll to the top, you can join us, Jimmy.
Actually, I'll just re-put in.
Fantastic. There you go, Jimmy. Click the link. Come on in and join us. We can talk some shit.
Yeah.
I was just about ready to shut the Madden off and go to bed. Because I want to be fully awake and destroy Green Bay because I'm in Lambeau Field on this game.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now you don't use StreamYard anymore. What do you use now, Jeremy?
I use Restream. I like Restreamer a little bit. And the main thing I like is that instead of having to click each chat to have it show up on the screen, it actually runs it right alongside everybody's picture on the right-hand side of the screen. So I don't have to pull them up. I can just put my glasses on and read the chat as they come in.
All right, cool.
And it actually doesn't look too bad on a TV when I watch it. I was like, hey, you can actually read that pretty good. Good.
I ended up getting a second monitor, and I'm just getting used to how to use it. My mouse used to always get. Oh, okay. Okay, here he comes. All right, let me get.
All right.
I'll get you in there. Here we go. Hey, how's it going?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can
What's
hear
up,
you.
dude?
You hear me?
Yeah.
What up, boy?
What up, though?
Welcome to the studio, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my brother's a major
yeah, there we go.
Broncos fan.
There we go, man. I got my shit. The Lions are on there somewhere, right next to the dog shit. They're up there. Yeah.
Which dog shit is that? The Bears or the Green Bay Packers?
They're next to the teams that suck.
Yeah, okay. That worked.
Yeah, they're right there. Next to all the nerds. It's like nerd. Washington Commanders. It's the commies, dumbass.
Oh, that one. Hey, you say what you want. They're 2-0.
They're pretty damn. Hey, listen, they got lucky.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I ain't gonna lie. They got lucky as fuck.
Only us. Only Russ.
Right.
I'm sitting right fucking here. Ruh-roh. Yeah. Listen, every time he drops back, dude, it's like, oh man, dude, like I'm not.
I don't want to watch, but I got to.
Yeah, I'm like, and he's gonna start throwing behind the back, and then he's gonna be, let's ride. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
They hit a Hail Mary, and instead of just being like, holy shit, that was fucking dope, he's like, let's go. It's like, let's do this shit. Meanwhile, they all get into the line. He doesn't know what the hell's going. I hate him. Yeah, man. I never thought it. The Lions are fucking cool. Dan Campbell, man. I
love Dan Campbell.
Yeah. Hard knocks.
Aaron Glenn, on the other hand, I'm not so much.
Yeah. Cool, they have a lot of like old like players to me though that they kind of got, you know what I mean, and they're doing it, I guess. But yeah, I dude, I'm telling you, it could be a lot worse. I mean, you guys know that clearly in the shirt.
I mean, we were one of the first teams to go 0-16. We know all about
it. We were the first team to
go. I got
a
few of these, okay? These
bands. I was trying not to make it sound so bad.
Oh God!
Now, yeah, I was born in '90, all right, and I know.
Yeah, so you've seen a few things we haven't, as in 4 of them.
Well, I'm from St. Louis too, and are you guys Tiger fans or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry we showed up that year. It was bad.
Yeah. Well, did you? Because I didn't. Hey, well.
No, we beat you at home. We beat you at home because we had the better record that year.
You had the
and then
ball.
We went to your.
You had the dude with the shit on his hand.
Yeah, and then that guy got ejected, and it was all downhill from there.
Yep.
He stopped playing the guitar for a couple of but that was a weird one. Verlander, that was his first year. I'm actually a Red Sox fan though, so
yep. 2006 his rookie year.
Yeah, that was Wainwright's rookie year, or Wainwright. Yeah,
and that team was so talented.
Oh man! And then in 2013, like I said, I'm a Red Sox fan, but the Red Sox beat them in 13. You guys had us with Verlander, Scherzer. This year they tried to come back and play together. That was not a good.
Oh, that was a shit show of epic proportions.
Yeah. Not as bad as the Red Sox trading Mookie Betts, though, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
that
sucked. Yeah, but cool having being on, guys. I mean, dude, yeah. If you guys, check out Beers and Bets, like I said,
I'll definitely watch a couple episodes, check it out, and then, like I said, we can collab sometime. I'm down for that. I love that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, man! I'm always on the game. I'm playing. What are you on? What system are you on?
I'm on PS4.
All right, yeah, dude. I'm on that right now. You should add me up. My gamer tag, Topman24. I can put it in the chat if you want. But yeah, I work out a lot, dude. And hey, no. By the way, I'm no fruit. My buddy sent me this shit. He said, but it says, sorry, I'm an asshole. I can't. So, yeah. And then that's my dog, Dante, my girl, or my fiance. She's a doctor. Shout out Katrina, because, hey, if you guys are ever going through a bad time in life, go on Tinder, swipe right till you meet a doctor. I didn't know it. Swipe right till you run out of options. And if one of them is a doctor,
you got the little Chinese symbol next to you for the thing?
A little dog.
A little dog?
Yeah, it'll be like a little puppy dog face. It's dumb.
Oh, the Crash Bandicoot? Is that what it is? Yes?
No, it's Topman 20 TOT. Like,
oh, Tot. Okay.
Tot. It was Titman, like tits. Like, it was Titman. They banned me from the network. They thought they treat me like Pete Rose. I swear to God. They're like, yo, and if you get banned your gamer tag twice, you're banned for life. And I was like, all right, dude. Because I was like, yo, can I be TEETMAHN? And this fucking nerd in the call center that was in charge of the PlayStation, he's like, well, that would be Well, you might be pushing your luck there, sir. You know,
I just
more out of it. Yeah,
I just sent you the request.
I see you up there, dude. Hell yeah. What games do you play, man? You got the golf game?
No, not yet. I'm gonna be getting one soon.
that one?
Which one do you play?
The newest one was free, but I think that might have been in August. I don't know if it is.
Yeah, that was in August. It's not now because
Dang.
I looked at them when I bought this. I just bought it.
Golf games. It's a bunch
I just bought my first system in 5 years. I hate it.
That's all I do, guys. So yeah. I mean,
Well, I have a day job too, but
yeah.
like I said, last year, prior to last season, I got a gig being an editorialist and beat writer for the Lions.
Yeah. See, well, I saw your channel, man. That's why I was like, hey, man, anytime I see people talking sports late night, I like to put out the word of beers and bets kind of as a joke because I'm just having fun drinking, you know what I mean? But like really, I do like to get us out there a little bit because like I said, I don't really.
How many subs you at now?
What's that?
How many subs is the channel
dude,
at?
we just got over 100. Like,
I'm at 310 right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
dude, I mean,
good.
that's double. I mean, triple. Yeah, it's so.
Well, I started last year though, so yeah, I'm not doing bad.
2 years ago, but there's been no promotion outside of kind of a collaboration like this, getting me out or word of mouth.
So what I've done for myself, and Timmy knows it. You know, I was on a regular on the guest day on Detroit Lions on the Prowl on Fridays. They called it what was that called? Free for all Friday.
Yeah, free for all Fridays.
And that was when I met Timmy the first time. And Jim asked a question about some statistics, and I rattled them off without looking at my phone. And Tim goes, "You just know this shit."
You're the football guy. You know
he knows his shit.
You know, yeah, right on. Yeah. See, on the podcast, my buddies definitely. I play fantasy. I mean, I know. But when it comes down to like the entire depth chart, they'll be the ones that even I'll come to. I'll be like, yo, guys, like, you know, but I know exactly what's up. Like, I'm not that idiot. But like, I hate the brother-in-law, you know, or like the guy that you work with. That's like, I know sports, man. And you're like,
and then you ask them a question you know the answer to.
Yes. Just like a little kind of feeler question where you're like, man, hey, yeah, man, that holding call on Monday night, and he's like, "What? You know, I didn't. Whatever." And then you're like, "No, you didn't even watch the play. Like, you have no idea what." Yeah, like you're like, "Yeah, hey, who do you think, this guy or this guy? Fantasy, non-PPR." And then they'll say like, "Yeah, well, I don't know, but I really like Christian McCaffrey right now." And it's like, yeah, no, this is like my flex option though. He's not like, obviously, I think everybody in the world likes Christian McCaffrey. You know? I think thanks, right. Man. Yeah, all right, go fuck yourself. Yeah, so I'm not that guy, but at the same time, you seem like the dude that would know you can break down the entire roster type thing. Which, yeah, for me, I definitely, even with the Broncos, like, we're so pathetic right now that I hope I don't have to look at some of these names in about 2 years, man. That penalty by Kareem Jackson was like such a non-veteran move and just a dumb play.
I got to edit my lineup for this week because as much as I love Goff, I'm not I did the right thing and I benched Herbert last week, but Herbert's going against the Vikings defense. I'm starting them.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, that's easy. But yeah, that's a good one to bench Herbert, or because
I had a feeling, I had a gut. You know how you just look at it and go, oh man, they got a tough opponent. They're not winning.
My buddy is a huge Buccaneers fan, and way before Brady, Warren Sapp days, Rondé Barber. Like I said, I was born in '90, so he rocks them hard. But he also cheers for pretty much every team that I root against. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm a Red Sox fan. So he is the Rays, Yankee, Blue Jay, Oriole, Charger, Bengal, Chiefs. He lives in Kansas City. So all I hear about it, and all the homes, and I'm like that fucking fairy fruitcake fucking pussy ass bitch. And Travis Kelce with the goddamn hair gel. You know what I did? I took him first round, first pick overall, non-PPR, 8-man league. Because fuck it, I wanted him. Because if he's on my team, he does good. I get points. He does bad. They suck dick, and he got his team. I fucking love it. I took him, and I knew my team would get jinxed, dude. Kelsey and his
Thank
fucking,
you.
I don't want to say the faggot
You helped
word.
us week one.
Faggot
Hey,
ass brother.
hey, you know why Kelsey's going to have a bad year? It's not because he's on your fantasy team. It's because he's shagging Taylor Swift.
No, she doesn't want anything to do with him. She's trolling his ass. She's a fucking Bengals fan. Titans fan. I was reading this article. She is. She's playing his dumb ass. He's on there playing Bachelorette or whatever the fuck it's called, his douchebag ass. And then you got Kermit the Frog out there and his faggot ass little queer ass or whatever.
It's funny you said
brother.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, I'm a
Did you? Have you been watching any Giants games at all? They showed a glimpse of Jalen Hyatt with his helmet off, and I swear to God, it's like somebody took the genetics of Pat Mahomes and mixed it with Kermit the Frog.
No, the voice alone, you don't even need any other genetics other than his stupid.
No, but I mean the looks. He looks like a combination of the two of them.
I have to pull that one up. I don't know him, but hold on. What's the guy's name?
Jalen Hyatt,
okay.
The rookie wide receiver for
I told you that. I drink a little bit.
Hyatt.
That's okay.
I got you. I'm looking at it.
It is what it is.
I feel like once I see it, I'm gonna be like, ah, it does, man.
It does, don't it?
Yeah, it looks like his kid. It looks like, his kid fucked Whitney Houston. It looks like, if Whitney Houston and Mahomes had a fucking baby, man. I hate them so much that, I don't know. And they're really goddamn good, dude. I've been to Arrowhead a lot as a Broncos fan, and it is frustrating.
You want my fantasy lineup for this week?
I probably don't want it, but I'll hear it.
Justin Herbert as the starting quarterback, Travis Etienne and James Carter, CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, George Pickens, the Browns defense, and Carlson from Las Vegas.
That's a good one. Who are the Browns playing? Yeah, you might want to fix that one.
No. It's good. They're playing the Bengals.
No.
Wait. Who are they playing again? They should win.
You can't be playing the Bengals. Didn't they just play the Bengals?
Yeah, they did. They hammered the Bengals.
I would be, if I'm you.
The defense is worth playing. Anybody else? Not so much.
I don't know, man. Without Chubb, things are going to be hard to come by. And I don't know if your boy Watson's getting better. So I think they're going to be, they just signed Kareem Hunt, right? And he was driving around more pot in his car than he has touchdowns in the last few years, man. Well, that would be that would be hard to do. He could have had 2 grams and he would have had. But I don't know. I think, who are they playing?
I'm looking right now.
Because, they worry me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
They're playing the Titans.
Yeah, I think that's a game where, points. I don't know if the Titans
they're going to get beat up on the ground, but they're not going to get beat up through the air because Tannehill sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a point there.
No, he doesn't turn it over that much, though. That's Vrabel's good. Vrabel is good.
Right.
Yeah, Vrabel's a great coach. I just don't like Tannehill.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to win a playoff game. Who knows? Yeah, I wouldn't. Who's on the free agents? There's no better option than the Browns defense. There's got to be some. How many people are in the league?
11-man league.
11.
Yep.
It's random.
Yeah, it was just we ended up with 11 because one guy didn't show up, so they just cut his team and everybody went back to free agency. Because when it's auto draft, you know what you get left with when you're the 12th pick. Every injured player at the top of the list.
No, that's lame. I hate that. Yeah, that's just so somebody gets just to buy every week. Well, I would go with I don't know. I would see who's on free agents, but the Browns. What are they projected? I don't know.
They're projected to get almost 10 points. The Bills' defense is only projected to get 5.
Yeah. Whatever, boys. You do your thing, man. I'm glad you guys had me on here right now. I like.
I love talking sports and fantasy football wise. If you didn't pick up Puka Nakao after week 1, you're an idiot.
Hey, man. You know
I was so low in the waiver wire because I won. I couldn't get him.
No, I dude, I stayed up because on Yahoo at 2 a.m. Central, like my time, St. Louis time, you right at 2 a.m. on Yahoo, everyone becomes a free agent. So instead of you having to burn a waiver wire, if you're a piece of shit like me and you don't have to be up that early, stay up till like now. Dude, it's like Christmas. You go on Yahoo, you can drop whoever you want, and everyone's a free agent. You don't have to do the waiver. So if you gamble on the fact that no one's going to pick any, like, put in a claim for him, then everyone, so the defense more than likely, or a kicker, every single time is going to be available because no one's going to burn their waiver on a kicker or a D. So if you stay up every night until 2 o'clock, or if it's on Yahoo, I don't know how ESPN or whatever you're on works, but it does on Yahoo every single time. And I stay up, I'll pick up my defense, I'll get my kicker. If I'm streaming each week, normally a kicker, like this year I have Butt Kiss, so I'm trying to roll with him, even though I hate them. I want a piece of any points they're getting, right? So I have fucking Butt Kiss right now. But yeah,
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna get every bit of 20 some odd points this week because he's up against the Bengals.
Who's that?
Nikau.
Oh, I picked him up, and I picked up who was the other? Yeah, another receiver. Like that was. I was just looking at targets. I think after week 2 or after week 1.
But I think having Herbert and Goff is a good problem to have on a fantasy team.
Fucking picked up.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I picked him up and didn't start him in the coup like a dumbass. So I'm really good at what I do. Zay Flowers, those were the two. I picked up that dude from the Rams, and then Zay Flowers, because they both
on my bench. I got Jamison Williams sitting there.
Dude, I don't know. I'm just excited about your Lions squad, man. When I saw Lions podcast on, I'm like, hey, gotta give a shout out to that because, yeah, they're.
But I got let's see who else do I get. I grabbed Quentin Johnson, but he really hasn't done anything. I'm thinking about dropping him and just picking up a Jag, just a guy.
You said you had ETN though. I like him.
I love ATN because he does that. He's that do it all scat back type of guy.
At 9, and Peterson's a really, really good coach. They played like absolute dog shit. Lawrence missed a couple throws, one in the end zone that I don't know how, and I hate the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Chiefs acted like they won the fucking Super Bowl. Yo, you got lucky in Jacksonville, man. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, but there's no one on that team that can catch the ball. And I love Kadarius Toney. That's my new favorite player, man. Kadarius Toney should go in the Hall of Fame. I'm getting a jersey.
For being a Kadarius Stonehands Dravoni.
Oh yeah, baby. Just because of the ball that went right for your guys' touchdown. I swear to God, but that was my favorite play in all this. Besides our Fail Mary, and that's what I'm sticking with, the Fail Mary. Even though Russell Wilson had it original with the fake refs, the mock refs, and Russell Wilson had the Hail Mary, and then he looked at the sideline going like this with the Seahawks. You know, like, what, you doubt me? And it's like, dude, the other team caught the ball. All the refs, one ref went like this, the other ref went like this, right? That was the Fail Mary, on ESPN. And then they showed John Gruden after that going, I tell you what, man, absolutely disgraceful. I mean, you see a play like that, man, we got to get rid of refs back in this game, man. And the next week, it's like, the refs are back because – so then Russ finally hits a real Hail Mary, and he can't get the 2-point conversion. I swear to God, man. He's doing wind sprints on the fucking plane. Everyone's like, you can't throw a 2-yard slant route. Pete Carroll asked you to do it in the Super Bowl. What happened, dipshit? Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's son of a bitch. And he ruined that whole franchise. Because if you go back and watch that NFL Films clip, Marshawn Lynch walks by Pete Carroll, throws his helmet on, that's a blacked out visor, and is like, fuck you, man. Like, are you kidding me, dude? You wanted to get that attention. You know, you wanted to be the guy that outsmarted Bill Belichick, the guy that wears a hoodie every day of the year. Fucking idiot. Fucking March, fucking June, he's like wearing a hoodie on a golf course. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
You like those bench warmer brand videos?
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen those?
I don't think so.
He does all the shorts on YouTube where he imitates like all the different players. And he goes, Okay, guys, it's the Mattering Ratings Group.
I haven't seen it. No.
Quarterbacks, do you want to see your ratings? Pat
I haven't
Mahomes, you're a 99. Call.
I haven't
Josh
seen
Allen, you're a 94. What? I'm on the cover. Don't you? He goes, yeah, the curse is real.
it. That's a good point, though. Hey, I grew up. I got that. The curse is real. I know about it.
Yeah, I know.
It's so
It started with Barry Sanders, technically.
And
Because
then,
that computerized image that was on the cover of Madden 2000 was Barry, and he retired before it got issued.
oh wow,
Oh God, I
then-
still remember when he retired.
who was in 01? Who was 01?
Marshall Faulk, that was the year he
Marshall
got
Faulk.
hurt.
I was gonna say I thought he was 03, but Eddie George. No, Eddie George might have been 01.
2004 or 2003.
Falk
Eddie
was
George.
2003, I think, and then I think Marshall was 2001. Or
Okay.
I think
Eddie George.
Eddie
Eddie George.
George was 01, and then
Yeah, when he was still with the Titans,
yeah,
and he got hurt, and in the offseason was traded to New England.
Falk was with the
Right.
Rams in 02 or 03, or he was on it with the Rams new jerseys.
Palmer was 02. Carson Palmer.
No way.
He was on one of them right then. 'Cause that was when he got hurt.
Though. No, he was hurt in like 05 though.
Then that's the year. Okay.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
it was early. It was early.
Ray
No,
Lewis
05
was
was Ray
05.
Lewis. 05 was Ray Lewis because that
Yeah.
was the Hall of Fame edition.
Donovan McNabb was 05. Ray Lewis was 06. Vic was 04. Falk was 03. 02 was Donovan or Dante.
06
Culpepper.
was 06 was Donovan McNabb.
Donovan
05 was Ray
McNabb.
Lewis.
Dante Culpepper was 02, right?
Could have been. But yeah, but it was Ray Lewis in 2005.
05. Yeah, no, that was like one of the most famous ones. And then 06 would have
I
been.
had the Hall of Fame edition.
Hey, I'm not looking it up, man. I just
Yeah.
call it.
I know. I
Yeah.
went off the top
Hey,
of my
I'll
head.
be
I was like,
cool.
I
Hey,
know. I sat out all night.
Test me on
waiting
one.
for that
I want to hear. Hey, pull up one. I'll give it a shot here. It's a good trivia right here, man. We do this on the podcast. Actually, we've done Madden cover trivia because that's our shit, man. We'll do Christmas movie drafts like we did one.
Ooh, we've actually mentioned him. 2008.
Oh, that's a you get a yeah, that's gonna piss me off. God, I
Mhm.
graduated high school in 09, so I was a little loopy in those days. So my thinking here is there's like a name in my head that I just can't. It's a Tennessee Titan. I'm gonna go Vince Young.
You're absolutely right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. See, let's go, baby. Yeah, baby. I know. See, I don't know. 09, that's where I would have been confused, because I think 09 was like two people. I think it might have been, or that was 2010, and it was Paul Malu and Vince.
Oh, 07's a good one too. You know why?
Why?
Because that's another guy that
Oh,
retired.
no, it's Brett
Oh.
Favre. Or no, Brett Favre was 09. Brett Favre was 09. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
09 was Favre.
Yeah. Okay. 07
Mhm.
was fuck. That's gonna suck. Hey, I'm trying to think, man. What year would I have been? I'd have been.
That's the 07 is the 2006-07 season.
Yeah. I don't remember. I want to know Vince. No, I already said Vince Young. That was 08.
That was 08.
God, it's gonna piss me off. I said not Peyton, not Eli, not Tom, Gronk, not Gronk, not Moss. No, is Moss on the cover?
I don't think. No, he was on the cover of 2K the one year.
Yeah. Like the early 2K, like 2K,
like 2K1 or 2K2.
No, dude. Revis defensive? Nah.
It's offensive.
Okay.
Not a quarterback.
It's gonna piss me. I'm not gonna get it. And
you should know it because he retired. He retired from this season. That's how bad the injury was.
You're gonna really kill me now.
You ready?
Yeah, no.
Well, did it? Din, din, din,
Can I
din,
get
din, 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 din,
There's
din,
no
din,
phone a
din,
friend.
din, din.
There's no lifelines.
Sean Alexander?
Yes.
No shit. Is it really?
Yeah, it's Sean Alexander.
Boom, dude.
That's a good one. You pulled that one
Yeah.
right out of here. Yeah, 2004, we've already said him on the podcast in the chat. So that was Vic.
I would have thought it was okay. I thought he was too late for that. Damn, because
No, that was the year he retired because of
I had
that
seen some
injury.
tickets to the Rams, so like we would always go to the Seahawks games when they would come here before they moved, and we were like 7 rows up on the 20-yard line behind there on the visitor sideline. We did it right. We knew the tickets that would sell. And nobody wanted them on the 20-yard line. And the fucking my dad was like, "Yeah, no, we're not going to Rams games on our 20-yard line. They don't have any good fucking play." Isaac Bruce is dying.
Okay, and this year it depended on what platform you played it on. There was 3 different covers
Oh man.
for Madden 10. What were they?
Oh well, it would have been Favre on both teams. No, no, that was 09. Oh, it was the one that had no man. It had the Troy Polamalu and whatever, and then Fitzgerald.
Yep.
on
And
that
then the
one.
other one on the other copy
Yeah.
had 2 Titans. Because there was one for Nintendo, there was one
Chris
for
Johnson?
Xbox. Chris Johnson and
Yeah, Vince Young again, maybe.
defense.
Fuck. Back then, I don't know.
All I got to say is
Oh,
overpaid.
Albert Hainsworth. Albert Hainsworth.
Yeah.
Yes,
As soon as I said overpaid, it gave it away.
I knew it the minute.
And then
Just that little hand. Yeah.
And then the PlayStation 3 version had a different person, but it was one person from a team.
And that's the one I thought was Favre, but no, not with the Jets. No.
Mm-mm.
2010 Rodgers.
2000. Oh wait, nope. Yeah, it actually switched to 11, but it is the same guy that I'm talking about. Pretty sure. Yep, that's him. Black and gold, and it ain't rock.
Breeze. It's Breeze.
Yeah.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Mm.
That
was pretty good.
Yeah, you were pretty good. But you know what's funny is wasn't that the year that he got hurt and Teddy Bridgewater went 5-1 for him? Yep.
No, Bridgewater.
Yeah.
That would have happened later. Because they won the Super Bowl like that year. Like 2000, they won it in 2009, 2010, right?
They won it in 2011.
No, the Saints, right? Okay, so
The Saints won it in 11 because they beat the Lions in the wild card.
yeah, but they wouldn't have been 2 gloves
During
yet, was he? Teddy Bridgewater, he was
I'm
back.
pretty sure that was the year he was a backup.
No.
Let me double check. Seeing how he's here as a backup now, I can look that stuff up easy.
I think we're putting Timmy to sleep over here, man. How you doing? You doing all right?
Okay. Yeah.
He was interested. He's a night owl just like us.
Yeah, I gotta go up and grab beers.
Yeah, it was later. Okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
Teddy Two Gloves played for the. He was
18 and 19 Saints. Yep. He was a rookie in 2014. So yeah, it was after that.
Because I remember he had braces when he played with Louisville or something like that, and had a real good game in a bowl game. And I remember him eating an orange, and I was like, I'd never seen something like that before because he had braces and just the mouth. braces, the braces work apparently for him. It looked really, really interesting. I was like, "Whoa, he's gonna be an NFL quarterback." The John.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man. Kid's got quite an arm, man. I love John Gruden, man. Even though he said some fucked up stuff, whatever with that. If you go on YouTube and you pull up like best of John Gruden, like a 17-minute video, and he's like saying some of the funniest shit you'll ever hear. Like, you know what? You're like my wife when you get in space. You just get lost. And like some other lines where Chris Sims, the dude that's on NBC now, right? He's trying to figure out a play, and he's like, all right, green, white, X, shift to Viper, white, right, X2 stick looky or whatever. And he's like, Z sticks too looky. Then he tries again and he misses a play call. I wish, can you guys pull something up on here or am I? Can I? Because, like, dude, I don't want you guys to see all the porn I got on my tabs. You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nah, I actually don't know what's on my tabs. Probably a lot of Howard Stern. I'm a big Howard Stern fan.
Now, you know what's funny is the Madden curse. They put 2 people on there, and both of them got hurt that year. Can I see what?
Does it show up right now? No.
I think he's got to hit the share screen thing on his side.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
see where it says, is it down in the corner? It looks like a guest coming up.
Yeah, that's just my fantasy team. I'm going to use that tab to navigate from there.
Okay, let's do this. Little rating. Now I got to see everything. Oh, where'd it go?
Some of these. I
got to find out who knows. Shift the Viper right.
Yeah. This.
He's got a real.
You might be copyright for this.
Green right X.
So we're taking
Shift the Viper right.
Can you hear that?
Green right X.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Shift the Viper right. 382 X stick look.
Here we go, guys. Green right X. Shift the Viper right. 382 Y stick looky. I'm one. Ready? X stick looky. I'm one.
You can't get the flex.
Go scatter to west right tight. F left. 372 Y stick Z spot.
Here we go.
Did you say fuck left?
Tight, F left. 382 Y stick Z.
Christ. Just go scatter to west right tight F left. 372 Y stick Z spot.
Here we go. Scattered. Say it again.
Scatter to west right tight F left. 372 Y stick Z spot.
Here we go. Scattered to
that's Chris Sims, ain't it?
Scattered to west right tight F left. 382 372
Y stick Z spot.
Z spot. I'm one. Ready?
Christ. Huh?
I'm the problem.
Might make me nervous, aren't I?
No, I just couldn't spit it out.
Yeah, and that's why he had Justin Fields as his number 1 quarterback.
Here's the answers to the test now.
I gotta start finding out.
Dude, I'm gonna.
You heard what I said? That's why Chris Sims, he was so fucked up after that. He put Justin Fields as the best quarterback in the league this preseason.
It's fucking retarded. Wow. Dude, Gruden's just going, Jesus.
I know, it was great.
I had a first round pick and you're the idiot. That's what the fuck? Hey, you guys cool? I go grab a beers upstairs real quick.
Yeah, but Jimmy, before you go.
I'm not going. Can I hang out?
Well, 99, remember the PC version I told you had Barry Sanders? Do you remember what the PlayStation version had on it?
That would have been the first Madden game.
With a player on the cover. That was the first one.
We've had this as a question, too. It's going to kill me that I'm not going to get. I would have said, oh, my God. Trail Davis.
And it literally is the one that started the curse.
He said it wasn't Barry Sanders, though?
Barry Sanders was on the PC version. But on the PlayStation version, it wasn't him.
Harrison Hurst.
Yes.
Banger. Let's go. I got you. Come on, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Told you guys. Hold on. I got to go grab a couple wobblies, but yeah. Can I play some of this Gruden shit? I'll just go through the good ones when I get back.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be right back.
He's funny. I like him.
Yes, yep.
Hey, it's better than sitting here bored.
True.
True. When you're got to talk about the dog shit problem with the team, it gets boring.
Oh yeah.
Because we get tired of talking about dog shit problems with this team.
Yep. And actually, I need to learn how to pull that stuff up.
Oh, like he's doing?
Yeah.
Well, down at the bottom it says present.
Okay.
You see that? If you click on it, it'll say slides or share screen or video file.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hit share screen, then you can open another tab in your Windows.
Okay.
Open up another browser and you can show anything off that browser like this.
Okay, cool.
So what I always do is I go up to the top and you got your 3 dots up there, and then I go here and I say new window and I'll open something up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, fine. I'm going to be a jerk. I can mute it so it doesn't have sound, but we can see the channel.
All right.
Let's see what's live in pro.
Wobblies.
Ooh.
Bud. Why? Sir. I know my shit. Hey, you gotta check out the pennant wall over there, boys. My dad used to hook it up back in the day, but I don't have him up all there yet. Bunch of bullshit. You got that stupid Lions one.
Stupid line. What? We heard that.
Look,
No,
if you want to watch it, I got the
the
sound muted so we won't get in trouble, but we can actually watch NFL Network while we're on here live.
now we're definitely getting thrown off.
No, I'm gonna stop it.
No, dot. You know, Frank Caliendo, man, that's my guy.
Yeah, I like Frank Caliendo.
This group.
Room with the receivers at lunchtime every day. Every day. I don't care. I don't care if you like it or not.
Any friends here? If you don't know what to do, what do you go say? Ask me.
All right.
In the huddle, not when you get out of here, right?
Yeah.
Say, hey, Drew, what do I got?
All right.
When you're the head coach, you know, some of us. You know what? Gonna be a real patient guy now. Huddle up. You know what? You're like my wife when you get in space. You just get lost.
We're not posing for football cards now, offense. We're not posing for football cards. Let's play with some speed.
Just get north and south. You're not Billy White Shoes Johnson. You start acting like a fullback now. You're breaking huddle like me. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Now come on. You're a fullback until otherwise.
Oh, that dummy spot. I saw him jump off sides. I was trying to get him off sides.
I don't want to hear the high snap, low snap, late snap. Get the ball up. Go play. Let's go. How stupid are we? Get some damn sense. Hey, I'm going to kick a ton of field goals this week. Done with him. Done with that guy. Away from me forever. I hate that guy. Am I being too hard on these guys, Jay? I'm going to hang on to the ball, will you?
In a nice way.
In a nice way.
In a nice way.
Hey, how you doing?
Can you tell him not to have hands like butter in a nice way?
Everything's good? Everything? Everything's good. How the hell you got that thing going that well, man? It may change. My life is like a friggin' roller coaster, man. If I get out of hand, just tell me I'm a jerk and shut up. What are you talking about?
Oh, it don't show it on yours.
How do you call that?
It's still here.
Hey, Carl! Hey, Carl! Hey, Tom! Hey, Tom! Hey, referee! Hey! Hey! He's deep, isn't he?
He was close. But I warned him.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Swear to God?
I warned him.
Swear?
I warned him.
I said, you swear, man? You didn't warn him. I don't believe you. How's that a penalty on us?
He said, did he wiggle the snap?
No, he didn't wiggle the snap. That's got to be on the NFL Network show. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your skull? How the hell you call that? Well, call it on Tom Brady, will you? Call it on those guys. I've never seen that in my life. What's he throwing at? Where's he throwing that ball? That's intentional grounding.
Hey, man, I don't know.
What's the rule? You guys know the rules. What are we doing? It's a waste of time.
What are we fucking doing?
Why do we have officials?
They just up the game.
Up the game. That's holding, man. That is holding.
I'm telling you, man.
Holding. Take him back. Take him back.
I miss Chucky.
Always like this guy. If you're nice to these guys, that doesn't work either.
All because he sent an email calling Roger Goodell gay, so they had to find the rest of it.
So the thing I learned last night, the thing I was looking at last night in my magazines was Eminem and Dr. Dre. You see, they've kind of merged together, and it's like a package. It's like Russell and Woodson. So how they gonna make it first down? Dr. Dre and Eminem. I'm gonna get some of those albums too. You know anything about Metallica?
Something like that.
Pretty good band, huh? You ever go to one of their shows?
I went to the last one. Johnny Motion
Did
had
you?
the extra tickets, and then Pete had
Pretty wild crowd there.
right here. Yeah. You know why I got kicked out?
God, Richie, the fullback.
How do you get kicked out of it?
No, we're like the VIP tent where they got all the soundboards and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's Metallica, so I'm
I
like,
can turn it off, guys.
How do you get kicked out of a Metallica?
I'm not trying to ruin your stream there. I can shut it off, you know. I just thought you guys get a kick out of some John Gruden.
Oh yeah, it was.
Gruden's great.
Yeah, no, he's one of my favorites, man. I didn't like the Bucks, but
I want a sounder at Ford Field every time the defense fucks up, where it's that quote from Dan Campbell goes, "We're tired of this shit."
They should just put up on the board him wringing out the red or the pair of jeans with all the dust in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Knocks or whatever it was, right? When he's like, "This is the shit we gotta get rid of." Because it's funny in that thing, the way they almost lost to the Chiefs, like when they almost kind of blew that game, there was a play, and I'm like, that's the shit he was talking about in that. Like those one little plays, I think. Did they have it against Seattle when they tried to run like the dumb plays they run lately, just the end around type shit? But they like threw it into each other and they got a turnover, and it was like, or that
was at Kansas City. Frank Ragnow snapped it too soon and hit Brock Wright.
And they were going on a good drive into their territory, and then like everything went wrong, and then the Chiefs were able to go down and get points, or maybe didn't.
Right, that's when they took the lead and was leading at the half, 14-7. Right. Yep.
Yes, dude. Yes, and when that happened, I was like,
"I don't want to be that guy."
I'm like, exactly what DC brought up on Hard Knock. I was like, they talked about that because in a game in the preseason in that Hard Knocks year, they had lost a game like that, and they blew it on a play kind of similar. And I'm like, damn, man, like that's the shit that, and that's where Russell Wilson's blind.
I'm gonna say the reason why I said what I said about your team, that I kind of feel sorry for the Broncos fans, is because they got a great defense. But you've got dog shit at quarterback that gives the ball away, and it makes the defense get gas, and then they look bad.
Yeah, but you know,
it is true.
The Broncos don't know how to win, and the defense doesn't know how to win. Now we're good, but like when it comes down to it, man, there's drives last year, and like where teams, when we really need, when a defense is a winning defense, they go get a pick six. We don't get those pick sixes. We don't. We haven't. I haven't seen it from PS2. I love him. Justin Simmons is a great player. We have no fucking pass rush. We have
no, but I don't see Surtain as an interception king. I see him more as a good in-air.
He is a shutdown corner. He's top 5.
In-air defender is what I was getting at.
Yeah, he's a. We could get, if we trade, my biggest fear is like the rumors about trading him, and because we could get probably 2 first round, at least a first round pick. You could get at least what Revis would get.
At least a first and a third.
Yeah, we could get something really good for him, I think. So like, but I don't.
Yeah, because don't you guys still don't have a first round pick this year coming up?
No, we traded it back. I think we have I think this year is kind of.
You have somebody else's, but not your pick, right?
Yeah,
And you're like praying they have a dog shit season, so it's better.
Yeah, like
kind of like we did last year. I asked Timmy. I said, I said, you watch. I said, our pick from the Rams is going to be bad. It's going to be somewhere between 28 and 32 when we first traded Stafford for Goff.
Right.
I sit there. I said, but year 2. I can almost guarantee you it's going to be a top 10 pick. And he goes, why? Yeah. I said, because of the Stafford up and down thing. He has up and down seasons. He's not consistent.
And they went balls to the wall just to win that ring. And once they got it.
And everybody says, well, all they added to that roster is Stafford. I said, evidently you didn't pay attention because they added Von Miller and OBJ to that roster.
They sure did.
As a Rams fan that had season tickets to it, man, and like, invested a lot of time and watching. Now, I grew up a Broncos fan because my dad had 2. If you guys knew if you guys have watched football and you see, or like
long time,
you're older than I am, right? So my dad was born in '64. The Rams drafted or the St. Louis Football Cardinals. 1983, I believe it was. Cedric Mack and Leonard Smith played for they were first and second round picks for the St. Louis Cardinals. Two of my dad's like best friends, right? So I went to lunch with Leonard last week, 2 weekends ago. Sat there. He played the Super Bowl with them. He got traded to the Bills, and he was on the team. And O.J. Anderson owned a gas station with my dad that they co-owned it. So Otis Anderson, the dude that played in the MVP of the Super Bowl. So him and Leonard knew each other well from playing. They were both drafted by the Cardinals. And when I asked Leonard 2 weeks ago, he's like, "Oh, I was OJ's rookie." So I was like, "Man, how bad was the hazing back then?" And he's like, "Man, well, I had OJ had my back, so I didn't really get fucked with. But the other guys, he's like, they would get, he's like, and I remember I put a gun up to a dude, and I'm like, Jesus fucking, but it was cool shit, right? But I'm saying but if you guys remember those guys, so my dad kind of early on knew the inner workings, the bullshit,
right?
Because he had from them about when the Cardinals moved, and he was like, "Hey man, fuck the Rams when they got not fuck them, but." He had them for season tickets to sell pretty much. Like it wasn't like he's like, we're Broncos fans, man, type shit. Take me to Broncos games, go to Arrowhead, watch them try to beat the Chiefs. And back then we could. It was cool. Last game I went to Peyton Manning threw 4 touchdown passes to Eric Decker the last game I was at Arrowhead. So it was tremendous. I was like 12. It's cool. It's like 30 years ago.
Yeah, I hear you.
But Leonard Smith or Cedric, I don't know if you guys know, or I'm sure Otis Anderson.
I've heard of them. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 53 myself, but that's more of Maniac Tim's era, I believe.
Yeah.
Otis Anderson was the running back for the Giants with the Parcells team that won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
He won Super Bowl that year, but he was actually. And when I talked to these guys, I thought and it's like, man, that's kind of. I don't want to. Whatever, it's douchey. I didn't know if you guys knew who they were.
Yeah, it's cool, really cool stories though. I like those stories.
I
like those stories. It's not lame. Stop.
It's the beer story. Cheers, man.
Hey, you want to know how I met Tim? Last year, the Dallas Cowboy Watch was going on at the Soaring Eagle Casino here in Michigan, and we went there to meet Herman Moore, wide receiver from the Lions from back in the day.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'm
90s era.
Okay, all right, Herman Moore. Yeah, I'm sure. Again, dude,
Herman Moore, Barry Sanders, Brett Perriman, Johnny Morton. Those 4 names are what you needed to know.
Okay, I'm sorry. The Lions. Come on, man. You got to give me. Hey, man, I knew the Broncos. I knew what.
Yeah. You know the Broncos like we know the Lions. Is what I'm saying.
Baseball fan. I kind of just went with whatever was in season in the 90s, dude. I love sports. I mean, again.
No, hey guys, I just realized it's 4:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
I'm turning to a pumpkin.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I stayed up because I was playing video games, and then I saw Tim was on. I was like, I'll pop on.
Yeah, usually he's not up this late.
No,
because you got to work.
Yeah, I don't work till the afternoon now, so 4:30 is not a bad bedtime.
No.
Well, hopefully the live stream, nobody, we kept some people, I guess. No one.
Yeah, if they're here, they're here. If they're not, they're not. They'll watch it eventually.
Yeah, that's how our channel is.
You still get views eventually.
Right on. Yeah, exactly. Well,
but thank you, Tim.
Yeah,
and it brings out the Maniac and me, the fact that Aaron Glenn's still the defensive coordinator.
And Jimmy, what brings out the Maniac in you?
Do you really? Do you know who my quarterback is?
Okay.
You really have to
Don't make him cry. Don't make him cry.
Right
okay.
now.
Broncos country.
You guys got Jared fucking Goff. You're asking me that ass. All right. I mean, what brings out the Maniac in me, man?
Okay. What about in a good way? In a good way.
In the good way.
What about in a good way?
Oh. Travis Kelce being on the IL. No.
That's good.
Video games, man. Cheers, boys. Hey, thanks for allowing me to be a part of it tonight. Hopefully, we can do it again soon here.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pick up 2K23 soon.
We'll
play some golf.
NHL, anything. I play it all, boys.
All right. Yep. Have a good one, buddy.
Hey, yep. Thanks for letting me be in.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. You guys have a good night. Okay, well, thank you guys. Special thanks to my guests, Jeremy B. and also Jimmy. Like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. All right, this is Maniac Tim out.